we have seen the features of the sole proprietorship. Next, we'll pass on to the merits. So under merits, first one is easy formation. So since this sole proprietorship is formed by a single person, there is no legal formalities required to initiate a sole trading concern. So any person who has a necessary fund, necessary resources can enter into a contract, can easily form a business. Second will be small capital. Small capital, it is very, very important for a sole proprietorship. So he can start the business with a limited amount of capital, investment, limited amount of capital. Third one is credit standing. Credit standing is nothing but if he cannot pay his business debts, so he can get the financial assistance from others, or he can sell his private property, that is his own property. So his own property will be held liable for satisfying his business debts. Then the fourth one is personal contact with the customers. Since he knows each and every customer individually, so he can supply the goods according to the customer's taste and preferences. So he can cultivate a good personal relationship with the customer. Then the last one will be flexibility. So he can easily adjust himself for the changing requirement of his business. According to the customer or according to the business, he may change his requirements. Next comes the demerits. So under demerits, we have first one is limited capital. So limited capital is nothing but the capital is contributed by one individual, that is only himself. So business operations have necessarily to be on a limited scale. So since limited capital is being invested, so the business will be on a limited scale. So next is limited skill, that is limited managerial skill. Managerial skill is nothing but since a single person is owning that business, so that single person's intelligence and experience may not help him to a certain limit. So he has to focus. So this single man, he is focusing on each and every activity of his business. So his ability, that is managerial ability, is limited. Then third one is unlimited liability. So the creditors have the right to recover the dues from the personal property of himself, as we have said in the merits, credit standing. So in order to recover his debts, he can sell his private property. The same way, unlimited liability is nothing but the creditors have the right to recover the dues from his personal property. In case when the creditors they have the right to recover the dues is nothing but when his business assets means the properties are not sufficient to pay his debts. So that time the creditors they can recover the dues from his personal property. Then fourth one is hasty decisions. Hasty decision is nothing but he is more likely to take hasty decision because he is not consulting anyone. So since he is only one man, so he is not consulting anyone for making any decision. He is taking quick decision. So the decision might be wrong sometimes or might be right sometimes. The last one is lack of specialization. So lack of specialization is nothing but since the business unit is small and the financial resources are very limited, so he cannot have experts for each and every fields of his business. So he cannot make these experts to be employed in these different fields to secure maximum advantage. So lack of specialization will be there. Since he is only one man, so he faces each and everything by himself. So he is not having a specialized person for each and every work of his business. So these are the demerits, children. So we have come to the end part of this chapter 4, sole proprietorship. We have seen the features, merits and demerits. So we have come to the end part of this lesson. So I have assigned you some certain questions here, children. So please go through these questions and answer this and give your answers in the comment section. Thank you, children.